Today on GEN, we will look at a new installation.
And get the season stats on spring sports.
GEN starts now.
Welcome back, Golden Eagles. I'm Nicholas Rigmaiden.
And I'm Vasti Andrade.
Welcome to our last GEN for this most unusual school year. And welcome, Vasti, to the GEN anchor seat.
Thank you. I am excited to be anchoring the show next year. It has to be a better year than this one.
I'm sure it will be. If you haven't seen, the district's plan at this time is for students to return to classes next year. Parents and guardians have the opportunity to request their kids remain in distance learning next year, but there are a limited number of students that will be allowed to do so.
And only students who have been successful in distance learning this year will be allowed to continue next year.
That's right. Also, students who remain in distance learning will not be DHSHS students, but will attend online classes at a central location. They will not have any of the same teachers here.
I wonder how many people will find a new appreciation for being on campus attending in-person classes. There has been some changes, not only plexiglass screens in the office, but also the addition of a kindness rock garden. Upon entering the campus, you are first greeted by this new installation. What painting rocks do for you? Here is Miss Nelson describing students' opinions on painting rocks.
What does painting a rock do for you? And then they said, painting a rock gave me a medium to express myself. It gives me something positive to focus on with all that's going on. They were able to take a minute and just interrupt my negative thoughts and focus on something positive, something different. And they said it released stress. So to really connect to that social and emotional connection, that's something that the students, a grade 12 senior said.
Just showing other people that they're not necessarily alone and that you can be nice to them even if you seem like intimidating towards them.
So I have a kindness rock story. So I come to work on Nurses Day, which was May 12th, right? And this was sitting at my door. And it says, everything happens for a reason, which is like a common statement out of my mouth to students and staff. Then I come to work the next day and there's this installation of kindness rocks out in front of the school. So I take pictures of it, put it onto my social media, and it just sparks.
There's a hashtag for the Kindness Rocks projects. It's hashtag #KindRocks4DHS. And the idea was the seniors wanted to have something to kind of trace their rocks, and they're spreading the kindness throughout the community because kindness is contagious.
Our former counselor, Salvador Becerra, actually posted it on his stuff, and I think they're going to do it at his school in Northern California. I still can't figure out who did this, and I didn't know who did it until I watched the news, and it was Miss Nelson's class that did the kindness rocks. So, thank you to whoever gave it to me. It was the sweetest thing. So it's something that grows, right? The purpose of it is to practice random acts of kindness.
Remember to keep in touch with the Kindness Rock Garden and social media with the hashtag KindRocks4DHS.
Mindfulness. Hey, you. Yes, I know you. When you hear mindfulness, you think, but that's not mindfulness. That's meditation. And while there is such a thing as mindfulness meditation, it's probably not what you're thinking either.
I don't think mindfulness is for me.
Surprise! You've already been mindful. Because we're all mindful at some time. You've been mindful if you've ever done this. Because mindfulness isn't meditation. It can be defined as being aware of the present moment without judgment. When you're doing this, you're focused on the moment you're in, not in the past or the future. So if we already have moments of mindfulness, why practice it? Because it's 2021. Life is full of stress, and that stress keeps us worrying about the future or clinging to the past. Have you noticed when you're doing this or this, you're happy? Have you noticed when you're worried about what might happen or you're replaying what did happen, you are not happy. Our mindful moments are our happiest ones. So practicing mindfulness can train our brains to let go of the past and future and be more present. And that means more happiness in our lives.
What are you doing?
I'm just breathing.
Don't you do that all the time?
Yes, but sometimes I just like to notice that I'm breathing and take a second to be grateful and I can breathe easily and that I can have clean, cool air to breathe.
Why do you do that?
It just makes me feel good. I guess that's being mindful, isn't it?
I guess it is. Now, let's mind the sports teams. Boys varsity basketball concluded the season with a record of 3-4 in league and girls basketball 4-4. Both basketball teams qualified to play in CIF. The boys soccer team were league champs and also played in CIF. Interestingly, the softball team ended the season with league games at 4-10, while the baseball team ended with 10-4. The baseball team earned their place in CIF this year. We caught a very exciting game against Banning, and here's what happened. 13th, the 6-3 Golden Eagles hosted the 5-3 Banning Broncos in a regular season boys varsity baseball game. The Golden Eagles won 10-8 in an exciting back-to-back contest. The Golden Eagles fell into trouble in the very first inning facing loaded bases. However, we quickly bounced back, only giving up 2 runs. The Golden Eagles scored a run in the bottom of the first inning off an error, and after a scoreless second inning, the Eagles were trailing by 1. As if to make up for the second inning, scoring exploded in the third with 8 runs across both teams. The Banning Broncos scored 3 runs, and once again, the Eagles shut them down while the bases were loaded, forcing a pop-up that was caught by number 13, Emmanuel Velarde. The Golden Eagles scored a whopping 5 runs in the third inning. Number 12, Joel Valenzuela drew a leadoff walk, then stole second base to get into scoring position. Velarde got an RBI single, allowing Valenzuela to score with a close play at home. Number 4, Tyler Jones hit a triple, which brought Velarde home. Number 22, Carlos Perez hit an RBI single. Perez quickly got into scoring position with a stolen base and was batted in by number 14, Nathan Labau. Number 16, Caden Keeler dropped a ball into center field, scoring Labau. The Broncos finally stopped the bleeding with back-to-back strikeouts. However, the damage was done, and the Eagles led by 1 going into the 4th inning. After a scoreless 4th inning, the Broncos scored 3 runs, and the Golden Eagles scored 2 runs in the 5th. Perez was just feet away from a home run, batting a leadoff triple, and was able to score off a stolen base attempt, causing the small crowd to get fired up. And after another run, the game was tied with 2 innings remaining. The Golden Eagles scored twice in the 6th inning, leading by 2 in the final frame. All the Golden Eagles had to do was hold the Broncos to 1 run or less, and they did exactly that. After putting away 2 batters, the Golden Eagles were just 1 out away from victory. The Broncos tried scoring from second off a ball hit into shallow right field. Number 2, Edgar Soto, fielded the ball and threw it to Jones, who ended the game by tagging the runner out at the plate. After the game, we interviewed player of the game Tyler Jones, who had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Jones is a senior looking to make his last year on the team one to remember.
The team has been performing well, and we're really proud of the guys, the younger guys that stepped up. So we're really looking forward to it. Always need to finish strong. That's all we need to do. Get the CIF.
That's it for this broadcast, Golden Eagles. Be sure to follow the team as the season progresses. May 13th, the Golden Eagles ladies softball lost their home game 18-9 to the Banning Broncos. The ladies started off strong, but they fell behind in the second inning. Their record this season is 4 wins and 6 losses. Center field Dominique Moreno is a junior who has been playing softball for 10 years. Usually Moreno plays golf and basketball as well, but since she had to choose just one to play this year, she chose softball.
It's unfortunate that the season has to come to an end pretty soon. I feel like with everything that happened with COVID, this is the first thing that finally felt normal, and I enjoyed being out there with the girls. We all got to play as a team, and I look forward to my senior season next year.
Despite losing the game, Moreno was happy with the outcome and the positive team spirit that is evident at each game.
I'd like to thank my teammates for a great season. I love playing with them. For the seniors, I'm going to miss you guys, and I wish you the best in life. And let's hopefully next year's a better season.
Congratulations to the baseball, boys soccer, and basketball teams for making their way to CIF this season. It really demonstrates their determination to succeed even during difficult times.
Agreed. In fact, success in spite of difficulty is the Golden Eagle trait. Eagles have a way of rising above.
What do you know about golden eagles?
I know a lot. They are the largest bird of prey in North America, the national bird of Mexico, and when they dive for their prey, they can reach speeds up to 200 miles per hour. Their wingspan is 5 to 6 feet wide, and their nest can weigh hundreds of pounds.
I've heard some birds mate for life. Do golden eagles?
They mate for a life. The male brings food to the nest, and the female feeds the young. They return to the same nest for many years. What is really interesting is what they eat. Like most birds, they eat snakes, lizards, and rabbits. But golden eagles have been seen to grab wolves, deers, and goats. Can you imagine a bird snatching a goat right off the side of a mountain?
That would be a sight to see. So look out, teams. The golden eagles will never go down without a fight.
In case you are wondering what to do over summer, we have some tips for you.
Summer is right around the corner, and now that more people are getting vaccinated, we are finally going to be able to enjoy it. Here are some ideas on what to do over summer break. First off, you can go to the beach. This is always a summer classic, and you can just enjoy yourself by tanning in the sun or playing in the ocean. Secondly, you can go to the park and have a picnic. Wear comfortable clothes for the weather and bring your favorite fruits and snacks to eat on a blanket. The next thing you can do for the summer is host a potluck with your friends. Everyone can bring something different and you can all eat together. Last but not least, have a movie night with your friends. It's fun for everyone and you can get your room ready with snacks and blankets or set up a projector outside. That's all the ideas I have. Remember to be safe and cautious so we can make an exciting summer possible.
Hopefully next year, students will be ready for some involvement in clubs on campus. What do you like to be involved in?
I think I'll continue with GEN. How about you?
I play the saxophone, so in addition to being a GEN anchor, I play in the jazz band.
There are lots of choices out there, Golden Eagles. Choose the ones that make you happy.
And don't forget to breathe.
Yeah, that would be bad. That's all we have for you this year. We will return in fall with more news and entertainment for you. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when our very first GEN episode is ready.
Until then, stay safe and make the most of your summer. I'm Vasti Andrade.
And I'm Nicholas Rigmaiden, and we're
signing
signing
out
out
for
for
GEN.
GEN.